welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is a how to look expensive video. So by expensive, I do not mean rich or wealthy or pretending to be something that we're not. All I mean is looking chic, looking polished, put together, whatever it is you want to call it. These are just like my personal tips that I go by and that I figured I would share with you guys as my subscribers. But if you guys are not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and also check out my Instagram where I post lots of outfit of the day content. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and let's jump right into today's video. Alright, so I have everything written down here on my phone. It's just to not forget. I have pregnancy brain, and besides that, I'm also going to be probably huffing and puffing if you haven't noticed from the intro. Sorry about that. I am pregnant and I just get out of breath sometimes, so that's what that is. But let's just go ahead and start with number one, and I feel like it's like the basic tip to looking put together, and that is grooming. Grooming is a big part of just looking good. I feel like sometimes we can get a little bit lazy and just, you know, wake up and think, well, I don't want to do my hair, or I don't want to remove the makeup that I still have under my eye, and that's okay sometimes, okay? But if we are going for that polished, clean, nice look, then definitely take a little bit extra time just to like clean up under there, remove those old eyelashes, and just, you know, if you don't have any extra eyelashes, just put a little bit of mascara on. Sometimes I feel like just having mascara and like curling your eyelashes really nicely, that to me just does it. But again, everybody has their preference. Another thing is like having your nails done. And I don't mean like going and getting them super, you know, done or whatever every time. That can get expensive sometimes. You know, just taking the time yourself to give yourself a little manicure, painting your nails if they're chipped, removing that chipped nail polish, and then, you know, just taking care of that, because people notice, men notice, everybody's noticing, and it's just something that you can take care of at home if you can't go to the nail salon or something like that. Adding on to grooming, you know, taking care of your hair, taking care of it. I don't mean washing it every day if you don't have the time. I don't wash it every day. I always use dry shampoo. I feel like that's like my #1 beauty tip for when I do style my hair, and then I just, you know, kind of want to give it a refresh. Adding some dry shampoo goes a long way. Sometimes even when I want to wear my hair naturally curly, just flat ironing maybe the roots or the little baby hairs here on the side, adding a little bit of hairspray, or just some frizzing oil so that your hair is not just super frizzy and crazy, or just having it in a sleek bun. I feel like having sleek buns, sleek ponytails, that's a really polished look, and I feel like it's just the simplest things that just go a long way and make you look really, really nice. And then of course just smelling good, having deodorant on, and then perfume, like a nice perfume. I actually sometimes, most of the time, just use my husband's cologne. I personally love cologne. I don't mind having like a unisex perfume, or like I said, cologne is probably my favorite, and that's personally what I use. So, you know, if you don't have one, using somebody else's, or just getting a body spray from anywhere pretty much, they're really inexpensive, so that just really goes a long way. The next basic that I wanted to talk about is undergarments. I feel like undergarments are actually really, really important. Not only do they help, is it accentuate our bodies, but they also help cover up things that maybe we don't want to show, of course. But another thing that goes hand in hand with finding the proper undergarments is making sure your undergarments don't show. I feel like this is kind of like obvious, but of course sometimes, you know, we feel like, well, I really want to wear this dress, but I don't have the proper bra or whatever, so let me just wear this bra, or the bra with the clear straps. And I just feel like that can make your outfit look very, very tacky. It can make it look cheap, even if you have the most expensive outfit on, or even if you have the most fabulous outfit on, you can see your straps or or your panty lines, then that can sometimes just ruin your outfit completely. So I would recommend buying some seamless underwear, buying some strapless bras, or even just some sticky bras if you can wear those. I personally, those are my favorite. I feel like they're the most comfortable for me right now, especially just to not have to wear a bra. But they're also the ones that just look the most natural and the ones that you can just cover up easily with anything. So now, adding on to my previous tip, my next recommendation is to start using a shapewear. Shapewear, I feel, is key when you're wearing that nice slip dress, or any dress for that matter, or when you're wearing some tight pants or some nice pants. Sometimes they're a little bit thin, or sometimes you could just see, you know, the texture of our bodies. And I feel like having shapewear really just smooths everything out, and that's really what will help our clothing fit better and our overall outfits look better as well. Not only that, it gives us a little bit more confidence, just, you know, knowing that we look good. That is key. So I mean, you can buy shapewear almost anywhere. There's some really expensive shapewear, but then there's also some very affordable shapewear. Now I personally just use like a nude or black shapewear, and there's so many different kinds out there. Just find the one that you really like and that helps you and your outfits. All right, I don't know which tip I'm on. I think I'm on number 3 or 4. But my next tip is ironing and steaming your clothes. And I feel like this is something that is like an obvious thing, but then again, sometimes we get a little bit lazy, or we just don't feel like pulling out the ironing board and the iron, and that's okay. I personally like to steam my clothes. I have 2 steamers. I have 2 handheld steamers. One of them is, let me actually grab it. The one that I use the most, and this one is by Shark. I actually found this one at a thrift store for like $8. But yeah, you can actually find these anywhere. They have a bunch on Amazon. I actually have a smaller one that I use for when I travel, and that one was only $10 or $14 as well. But this is my personal favorite, and this is the one that I keep here at home. I will link both if you guys want to check them out. But yeah, there's lots of different steamers. If you don't like to steam, then, you know, just ironing your clothes if you can. Or if you don't want to do that, sometimes even in the morning when I'm in the shower and just turn on the hot water, I'm already using hot water anyways, putting my clothes to hang by, like, on the outside of my shower, and that will remove some of the wrinkles as well. Or if you can, just throwing it in the dryer and removing the wrinkles as well, like that. My next piece of advice is to add jewelry, but in particular adding simple, dainty gold pieces or even silver pieces, but my personal favorite is gold pieces. I think they're very stylish. They're also very classy and chic, and just will add that, you know, finishing touch to an outfit. I personally like to layer. Sometimes if I have really dainty pieces, like I'll put on 2 necklaces, or, you know, 2 or 3 rings on my hands. But even just having one like I have today with some small little gold hoops, that's just like the subtle things, but they go a long way. I also do want to say, you know, instead of buying a $5 piece here, a $5 from Forever 21, stick to those nicer quality pieces, only because they are going to be the ones that last you the longest. They're going to be the ones that don't tarnish that quickly, and that's really what we want. We want to have those clean pieces that look nice longer. People are probably going to love your pieces, and instead of, you know, wearing them 1 or 2 times and then having them tarnish, you know, invest in those pieces that you know you're going to really love and not have to take off all the time so that they don't tarnish. Some of my favorite brands are Ana Luisa. They have really affordable pieces that last a long time. I've had my pieces for a long time, such as this ring that I have here. I also have a lot of necklaces from them. Or Majuri, they have really cute pieces as well at an affordable price, and those jewelry items are just going to last you the longest, which is really what we want. All right, and then adding on from my jewelry tip, my next tip is to choose tasteful accessories. And by tasteful accessories, I mean, you know, a structured handbag, a nice pair of sunnies. That's going to make even the simplest outfit look super chic and put together. So an example of a structured handbag would be this little tote that I have here. This is actually a $40 purse. You can't tell because it's super, you know, it has really good structure and it's made out of nice materials that you really can't tell, you know, that it's a cheap bag. It looks really nice and it just, you know, puts the whole outfit together and just looks really, really cute. And it also does come with a crossbody, but I always just prefer the top handle. And then as far as sunnies, I usually like to stick with a very simple style. This one is still very stylish because it is more of a square cat eye. So I feel like that just elevates an outfit so much more. I also have these in black, but the tortoise brown is just super, super cute. Or like I said, if you want to invest in your accessories and you know you're going to, you know, have those pieces for long periods of time, then definitely invest in those. These are some Christian Dior's and I love them. I feel like they elevate even the most simplest outfit. Like I could literally be wearing a black t-shirt and black cycling short and then just pop these on with my little crossbody and my outfit just looks so much more put together and like I really, really tried when I actually did it. So just having these items on hand to throw on, you know, just to complete that outfit is really, really important. I do want to add a side note and say not to opt out for like a fake designer, like the fake Louis Vuitton, fake Gucci. A lot of times, a lot of people know that they're fake, or either that they just look really, really cheap. Instead, I would suggest opting for a nice dupe like this one. Still very structured and, you know, it doesn't have any logos on it or anything like that, and that's just going to help your outfit a little bit more. All right, moving on from accessories onto clothing. And I feel like my #1 tip when choosing clothing is to go for quality materials. Quality over quantity. And I don't mean, you know, having to shop at the most expensive places. A lot of times fast fashion stores like H&M, Zara, they all have really good pieces with good materials at an affordable price. Not everything has to have like Gucci, Saint Laurent. Not everything has to have a name brand or BB, whatever it is that people are wearing nowadays with logos. Sometimes just having neutral pieces is all you really need to keep an outfit simple, but still, you know, making it look sophisticated and chic. So some examples of some good materials would be, you know, even if it doesn't have to be leather, some faux leather, it doesn't have to be silk, some satin, some good nice satin that's not too shiny, cotton, linen like materials. Things like that are just going to be pieces that are going to last you the longest and that's going to look good with every outfit that you wear. And then if you are choosing, you know, for like a capsule wardrobe, I do recommend having neutrals and then adding on from there. But first of all, always starting off with your neutrals. So your nudes, your grays, your blacks, whites, and then adding on from there if you want to have more of an expanded wardrobe. I personally prefer just sticking to my neutrals. It's super easy. You can mix and match your pieces together to complete different outfits, different looks, and it just looks, you know, nice, classic, and chic. All right, continuing on with clothing, because that's one of my favorite things. I recommend buying pieces that fit you properly, and by fitting you properly, I mean not too tight. And I feel like a lot of times as women, we feel like the tighter the better, the tighter, you know, the more my body's going to look sexy or my body's going to look a certain way. I don't know, but a lot of times the tighter the clothes, the worse that it makes us look. For example, some really tight shorts, some really tight jeans, they're just uncomfortable for one. So I do recommend opting out for some oversized pieces, some oversized blazers, some oversized t-shirts, oversized jeans. Again, keeping it balanced, and that's a whole nother topic. But like I said, being sexy does not mean having everything on super skin tight. That's also not gonna make us feel our most slimmest. Let's stick to pieces that actually, you know, fit good throughout. Don't worry about the number on the tag. Just Go for items that you know are going to fit you properly and help you feel as confident as you can. Also, opting out for structure. So sometimes having blazers or jackets with shoulder pads or like a more tailored look on your coats, on your jackets. That's what's also going to help, you know, just the silhouette of your body. And then also adding on to that one of my tips as far as jeans and having them fit properly, I also recommend not having them to be too stretchy. A lot of times the jeans that are really stretchy and super tight are not going to make you look as expensive as you would if you were wearing, you know, jeans that have a little bit more structure, that are a little bit more thicker, and that fit you a little bit better. All right, my next tip to helping you look more expensive is to change out the buttons on those certain pieces, those blazers, those coats, the jeans, whatever it is that has like a really cheap button. I actually have an example of a blazer that I'm going to be switching out the buttons to. Here it is. I actually found this blazer at Forever 21 and I love the structure of it, but the buttons, I don't know if you guys could see, are like these little plasticky style buttons, and this is an example of a blazer that I would switch out the buttons for. But yeah, going to either like Walmart or different craft stores, I know they have, you know, different style buttons. Choose the ones that you feel are going to look best with the actual blazer color and, you know, the overall look that you want to achieve. But they have so many different style buttons. You can also order some off Amazon. It's a really inexpensive way to turn a more inexpensive item into something that looks really luxurious and expensive. All right, and my last and final tip would be choosing the right color to help you look more polished and more chic and more expensive. And I kind of feel like I touched on this earlier by saying sticking to neutrals. But if you are one of those persons like myself that sometimes I just like to add a little bit of color, then I would suggest sticking to more organic tones. And by that I just mean, you know, removing like those colors that are not naturally made, if that makes any sense. So, you know, those olive greens, those like clay colors. Clay is actually going to be a really big color for fall, so that's another really good idea to add to your wardrobe. Just like natural beiges, natural greens, colors that are already there, that don't look, you know, like your neons are those colors that just look fabricated. Another idea, since saturated tones are going to be in for fall, I do recommend if you are going to be adding more color into your wardrobe, then, you know, one of my personal favorite things to do is to have a more monochrome look. And I feel like having a monochrome color look just makes you look more expensive and more put together. You're definitely going to stand out, but you're going to stand out in a good way. And you can also do monochrome looks in different ways. You can have different versions of the same color. You can have, you know, like a lighter purple up at the top and then darker purple. Or if you want to have the exact same color top and bottom, that also looks really chic. And I suggest doing that when you're wearing your reds, your greens, your blues. That's just going to make your outfit look really chic and really put together. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you did, be sure to like this video. Subscribe, like I said, if you guys are new and want to see future content. And like always, I'll see you guys next time I upload. Bye!